Happy late lunch hour, guys, for a Sunday. I know I'm about an hour late, but hey, that's what happens. I was out trying to beat some rain today and get some weeds out of a garden, till up it so I can do some planting for a fall crop of cabbage and beets. And so, yes, took a shower and back to normal. So see what's going on, but trying to beat some weather. So, do you want the good news or the bad news? We'll start with the good news. The good news is Sweden knocked the women's national team out of the World Cup today. So all those communist women that claim to represent the United States can go home packing, crying, and that's about it. Because, hey, they don't represent me, probably don't represent you. You don't want to stand for the flag. You don't want to sing the national anthem. You can go move to North Korea. Okay, that's pretty much my thought. But that's not the topic of this one. This is the one that's a little more important. Just heard about this myself. You know how on Friday they always kind of try to slip something in, hope over the weekend nobody notices? Some of us pay attention. Well, apparently Friday afternoon, the Democrats, Representative Don Boyer, and 24 other liberal communist assholes decided they are going to introduce legislation to completely upend the Constitution. Get this. They have proposed a bill to put a 1,000% excise tax on AR-15s, AK-47s, and any other firearm they refer to as assault weapons. Okay? So, who knows, that baseball bat, that, hockey stick, that tree branch that you have, okay, yeah, assault weapons, because I can assault you with a lot of things. But yeah, we'll just stick to guns. 1,000% excise tax. This will also apply to high capacity magazines. Anything more than 10 rounds. Okay, and there aren't 10-round magazines for most of your weaponry as is anyway. So basically what they're trying to do is get rid of them altogether. Now I want to give you just what that means. Okay. Now, go out and buy an AR. Inexpensive one costs you $600-700. You can go out and spend a couple $1,000s on one easy. But that $600 or $700 AR-15 would now cost you $6,000 or $7,000 to own one. Okay. That high-end one, that $2,000 one, would now cost you $20,000. Yeah, this is what they are proposing. Okay, they are pissed that Kevin McCarthy, the rhino that he is, will not allow other bills they have put up to come to vote on the floors of Congress because, they just want to overturn the Second Amendment completely, and they're pissed off that McCarthy won't let those come to a vote because the people want those. No, there's about 210 people in Washington that want them. There's about, 180, 200 million people in the country that are going, no, we don't want this. Okay, pretty simple. I can go into it for a million times. The criminals don't care. The cartels don't care. The gangs don't care. They are still going to buy or steal or somehow acquire any sort of weapon they want. Look how good gun control works in California or Chicago or St. Louis or Washington, D.C., where it's illegal to own a gun pretty much for anybody. Yet, I don't know, it's Sunday. By now, what do we have? 25, 30 people shot in Chicago? That's normal for the weekend. Never gets reported, but we hear it. But God forbid you or me have any sort of weaponry that we can protect our house, protect ourselves from the scumbags that, oh, gee, you know what? We don't do cash bail anymore. We'll just let the criminals run the streets. Oh, you know what? They'll go back to the crack house, meet up with their buddies, and, hey, I need an AR-15. I need to go knock off a liquor store today or a convenience store or something like that. I want some sort of weaponry so I can go kill a few people. Oh, okay, fine, no problem. Here you go. then the liquor store owner or the convenience store owner goes, well, I want something to protect myself. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You're a threat to society if you have one of these. The criminals can have them, but the law-abiding citizens, the business owners, the homeowners, no, you're not allowed to protect yourself. You're just supposed to let the criminal element in this country get their weapons, no problem, and do whatever they want, because there's no fear of them going to jail. There's no fear of them. Here's your desk appearance ticket. You just murdered 6 people. Oh, okay. I mean, the illegal cop in Illinois might arrest you, unless, of course, you're part of the Sinaloa cartel or something like that, or a coyote who's helping get his family into the United States so they can get their Obama phone and their Biden bucks and, their hotel room at your expense while they're sitting there raping 12-year-olds and, shooting up drugs in the back seat at your expense. Okay. But no, you're not allowed to buy a weapon unless you take out a second mortgage on the house. That's pretty much what it is. You can't have a high-capacity magazine. Who is the idiot who said, if you need 20 rounds to shoot somebody, you're a pretty lousy shot? Really? So when a platoon of people are coming at me, trying to burn down my house, attack my wife, whatever would be, I'm supposed to take out 15, 18 guys with one bullet, right? Okay. You got to remember, these are the same people that, 50 caliber clips, because they have no idea what a caliber is for a weapon. They've watched too many movies referring to something as a clip. Okay. You get that one congresswoman a couple of years ago who videotaped herself. She hated AR-15 so much she was going to destroy her AR-15. She couldn't own it anymore, so she got out her hacksaw and cut the barrel in half and, showed herself doing this in a YouTube video, basically committing a federal felony, by creating a sawed-off weapon. Okay, tells how much you know about weaponry. Joe Biden, an AR-15 will blow somebody's heart out their back. None of them have ever been to a range, even talked to anybody, let alone fired a weapon on their own, who know what the capabilities are. It doesn't matter. I mean, again, you think of this. The round, a 5.56 round coming out of an AR-15 is not much bigger than the same round coming out of a .22. Sure, it's got more velocity to it. It's got more thump, okay? But it's the same size. It's not blowing your heart out your back, okay? There's a reason why the military went to an AR-15 and a 5.56 round instead of a 7.62 round. They're lighter to carry. They're not as big, okay? It's as simple as this. The reason there is the AR-15, i.e. Armalite rifle, not assault rifle, okay, was introduced to the public. It was for self-protection and sporting. That's it, okay? Whether or not somebody decides to use it for nefarious purposes, well, I guess you know what? We need to outlaw cars. We need to outlaw knives, and the world will be a perfect place in the idiotic liberal utopia. This is one of those, write your congressman, call your congressman again, and tell them, throw these idiots out, okay? This is stupid. You are not taking away our weapons, Democrats. I don't care what you think that you're going to do. All bills like this do is cause good people like me to go buy more. You can not own one if you don't want to. That's great, okay? But you know what? You ain't stopping us from protecting ourselves, because we all know you can't do it. Pinball out.